Why I ever thought about this sooner. Just talking to people. All right, we're live. First live episode. So we're gonna talk about today what would happen in America if people just started like the squatters just decide. I'm thinking about California. What would happen if people just said, you know what, I'm not paying rent. Fuck the mortgage. We're already upside down. We're losing money on the house anyway. What would happen if everybody just started saying, fuck it, we're not paying no more? This is outrageous. These prices they're insane. How you charge this much to people? Like this is we can't keep up. We don't have enough retirement. Fuck it. And really, what would America do? So you're gonna talk to the police force because you gotta think there's not enough police officers. I don't know what the numbers is exactly, but if you look at the numbers, the police force, what you call it? There's not enough policemen per capita for people that live in neighborhoods. So I don't know how much. What's the average? Somebody have to go look that up for me, please. Everyone would get on board. I think that yeah. Thank you, Cosmo. And that's the thing that I'm saying. So there's not enough men that are going to actually be able to do it. And then you got to think about what is the work that's going to be required once you get these people out the house. Okay, what do you do with all this shit that's just inside the house? Who are you going to sell that to? Who's coming out to fucking? Who's coming out to go get this shit out of the house? Like realistically, like people might come see. Okay, you might get some of the valuables. Okay, but now okay, what about the fucking couch? Who's coming to come pull a couch out? Who has a truck to do this? And why do I need a truck? That's what I was saying. So you really start to think about the amount of work because the move a bunch of shit out of somebody's house, the cars, the capital you gotta find keys. There's so much work that would be required if everybody just said fuck it. And then you multiply that. So and then who are you gonna sell it to? That's the funny part about it. Like because if everybody's underneath their money, if everybody's broke and barely surviving, who's buying this shit? Because I don't have enough money to buy what I need currently. So how am I going to be able to fucking buy more shit for somebody's house? So now, and then when you think about the banks, what power do the banks have? We're going to go steal the military. Who's in the military? And then you got to think, if people got guns. Real talk. Thank you. I got this city, rid apartment of birth. It's a house made. Thank you. I'm just saying logically, when you really think about this shit from a logical perspective, so fucked. And then the banks wouldn't be able to do anything. And then you got to think most of these people, like even my own situation back in California, it was a Chinese guy who owns the shit. So what is he gonna do? Like he could be like, please pay. I'm gonna put some sanctionings, and he's just like, well, fuck it, I'm just not doing it. Then what happens when people start stealing from the grocery store? Then what happens? Wait, real talk. I got the city and rent an apartment in the burbs. It's a house made into 3 apartments. Smart move. I wish I did this. I'm about to move my brother out here so I can start saving some cash. Made the locals love it. Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying. We might even start our own economy because human beings are gonna be like, fuck this fucking money shit. This shit's so stupid. There's no point in this shit anymore. Like it's irrelevant. And humans will start bartering and trading because we're all fucked. And then what happens when the dollar just fucking collapses? Because then once the dollar, that's what people don't understand. Once the dollar collapses, oh, the whole shit is fucked. Everything's really fucked. Because then everybody's believing the dollar. See, that's the thing people have to say about it. It is not real. It's fake. It's fictional. It's like it's some agreed upon fucking measurement that we all decide. That's why I don't understand penny pinching. Why are you penny pinching for? It's fake. It's monopoly money. How are we gonna play Monopoly? You're scared to fucking spend money on Monopoly. It doesn't make any logic. Like what? What are you doing? I'm gonna save this money. Like Warren Buffett's the biggest clown of all time. The biggest clown of all time. Hold on a second. Like this shoe. I laugh at Warren Buffett because he spent all this money. I'm a billionaire because I invested. I did all this. He sits in the Omaha just with a boring ass life with all this money. What are you gonna do with this money, Warren Buffett? So it's like just retarded. He played a stupid game. The point of life is to go out there and enjoy life and get to live, have some kids, be fruitful, learn how to grow shit, do things that are useful to human beings. What's the point if you fall in love with money? As that, oh, it's not a doge. Sadly, I can't smoke due to my job. So to be able to keep myself from smoking, to keep the habit up, because I'm a real nigga, because habits don't die. I now smoke American Spirits hand rolled. Like a proper savage. Trees ain't the same. Yeah, these new trees they got going, nigga. They got niggas going crazy. They got niggas hooked on some crazy shit. And the reason is because weed ain't what it used to be. This new tree, nigga, Astro Planet 5000. What the fuck are you talking about? We're in space now with weed? And now they got rappers and the Mike Tyson, the Wiz Khalifa. Oh my God, they commercialize weed and weed is now fucking retarded. I can't support weed no more. It's not the same shit. It's not the same shit. Weed's supposed to be mellow, not to fucking blast you to outer space. You want to go blast to outer space? Go do some mushrooms or psychedelics. They got niggas going crazy. And then when you add the extra aspect to it, when you add that extra aspect to it, which is these new vape pens, oh my God, people are out their minds. They're just blowing through vape pens. And I remember I used to be one of these savages that used to smoke the vape pen all day. Just high on my mind. Bored. And that's what I'm saying. Weed smoke your chronic weed smokers, you need to be ready for shrooms. Nigga, shrooms can't fuck you up, nigga. That's a myth. That's a bunch of people who don't do shrooms or they did shrooms one time. It's like anything else. Like if you smoke weed one time and you tell people about your experience, yeah, it's gonna sound like it's the craziest shit ever. But if you smoke weed over and over and over, eventually you can be able to operate on weed. And see, that's the thing. People, it's the same thing with psychedelics. If you do psychedelics over and over and over and over again, I got a bad batch last time. Yeah, well, I mean, shit, it happens, man. Once again, humans are not perfect creatures, but moderate to build a positive live chat for you. This is my first time going live, so I'm finding out this. I'm an old person. I'm telling you. Close. Then you got a bad batch last night. Well, there's no such thing as a bad batch. You gotta lose that frame of mind of bad and good. Things are just things. They're either good, they're neither good nor bad. They just exist. Things just exist. And depending on how you choose to interpret it, it's gonna either be bad or good sometimes. But as I continue with the whole squatting thing, yeah, I'm just saying, man, you grow and you start to learn. Like you might have a child out of wedlock and the shit goes bad. Well, it didn't go bad. It is. Now you have a child, so you got to deal with the consequences. Like I look at everything just as consequences, trade-offs. So like if you don't do proper family things, you got to deal with a wild you got to deal with a wild situation. But if you plan things, then you're kind of bored because now you understand, okay, I got to do practice. So I can't be reactive. I got to be proactive with certain things. That's a lot of things that people fuck up on. A lot of people are very reactionary, not very proactive. Because if you're proactive within life, you can kind of control what the chaos is going to be to a certain degree. Like you understand that chaos exists within a certain frame. But if you're reactionary, the fucking reactions are always going to be just wild shit. And so you're dealing with like too much chaos. So you got to take proactive steps to be measured. Like say, for example, if your rent is due and you owe fucking $1,000, if you're proactive, you know, okay, today's the first of the month and it's the 30th, I have to make so. So I need to do such activities to make sure that my rent is paid on time. But if you're reactive, you bullshit. Now the rent is due. Now you're trying to figure out what the fuck do I need to do? And see, that's when you got just unlimited chaos. And that's how most people are operating. That's really how most of the world is operating, which is really terrifying to think about. And this is why men are so important in a society, because we take, at least real men, we take proactive measures to make sure things are not as fucked up. Because things are be fucked up regardless. But if you take your proactive measurements, most things are not going to be fucked up, which is why we're now in the current case, because a lot of people didn't think about charging people these outrageous numbers for rent. And because they didn't think about it, they didn't take proactive measures to make sure, hey, look, if the rent is covered, people are happier, they're proactive and they're going to do good things. But if you got unneeded stress for fake fucking money, now you got a whole situation you got to deal with, which is what we're going to do with all these squatters. And if these people just like, fuck it, I'm not leaving, I'd rather just fucking deal with the consequences. What are you going to do now? You got to figure out how to work with them. Oh my God, man. Life is too funny, man. Because people just don't think. You got to think, people. But anyway, yeah, I might shut this thing down. I had a lot of bit of fun. Appreciate you for joining. And yeah, man, stay blessed, stay working hard, and take the necessary precautions to make sure you have a good and prosperity life by taking action steps, which is the first thing you can do. Work out, walk, drink some water, and be a happy, productive citizen. Thank you.